Hello guys, Johnny here, and today we're going to be playing Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney trilogy. So this episode is rated 13 plus because of language, violence, and use of tobacco. Please only watch this if you are 13 or above. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 19:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right! Oh, hi, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I had to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes a murder trial like right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean like you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really wanted to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that the client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. Oh, what's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a very simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was an unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. Our school has a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. And as funny thing is, I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault, he just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And that I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you could control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to certain readiness. Yes, Your Honor. I'm shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report covered so many times. Wait, no way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name! Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it anytime. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who's the victim in this case? The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we should proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. A statue in the shape of the thinker is rather heavy. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. He's like twitchy. Ahem. Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were going together. We were Romeo and Juliet. Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what do you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas as one of them before the day of the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. That's what adds to the court record. indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth into all the wrong directions. Should I? Well, Clyde has no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in person, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is to clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Citizen. Dude, chill. She's an old man, so like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order of the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Miss Sawit, you sell newspaper subscription, is that correct? Is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes! Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness's testimony. What does this account? I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I called in front and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to be... aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones did not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your pursuit. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? She was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? However, he's not. You hold the key. It's the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record next to then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking of strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw a lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I called before and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found his public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 o'clock p.m. 1 o'clock p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 o'clock p.m. Right. Doesn't seem strange to you. Present some evidence that contradicts him. Objection! You found the body at 1 o'clock p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 o'clock p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy looks the time of death somewhere after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 o'clock p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, bats! This is trivial. The witness immediately forgot the time. After his testimony, I find it hard to believe. Mr. Sawitz, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 o'clock p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 9 o'clock p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about that seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. Witness has testified he heard the time. Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or video. Defense is a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sowett. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. During the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock at the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to invent them. The rest of them I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock at the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Okay.
Objection!
Wait just a moment! The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections, your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mrs. Sowett. Hey, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in this witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was the clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction! Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the courts! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowett, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day. I never. Look at the clock. I heard. No, I mean I saw. Shut up! I hate you. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and you should burn. Give him death. Order on the court, I say. Your Honor. A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor? You couldn't the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The case is writing on this. I'd better think of it carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sowett heard was definitely this clock. The fact was just clear. He simply... Send the clock. Now here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. Wow, that's cool. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Solitaire and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Solitz, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing! Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He said, how am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close! Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime! I almost had him! Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Ooh, John, I rolled a light proof.
Not so fast, Mr. Solid. Maya! Chief? Listen up, Wright! Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was stolen the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking about out of the box. There was some doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, I think I can. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have had someone that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course, there is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim without a doubt. Tough words! Let's see if you can pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock is running slow. The victim was transformed from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 o'clock p.m., it's 1 o'clock a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawyer, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. Woo! And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim was at home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. explosive. Mr. Summit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. Still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chiefs looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no, bad. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was it. No, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who let you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. That's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that? Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to cry? Larry, are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in your own way. No, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof. Positive, you weren't just chummed to her. Huh? What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it of what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, yeah, thanks. Hope that made me feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock, Maya." I didn't know it then. but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video. So, bye!